This is Prince Camp and Kerrie Carter with Multimedia Mage. We're sitting here. Well, we have the CEO. He's very humble. Jonathan Mayberry. He's on here at the camera. We're out here at the 2014 Central Texas Juneteenth Parade.
Just passed was Danny Thomas with Precinct 1. Constable.
A lot of people out here. They're throwing out candy. I've never seen that before. Is that a tradition?
Yeah, in South Texas, like where I'm from, Kerrie, Texas, every parade they throw candy. I mean, and all the kids know, stay on the side, pick up the candy, get it and go, so that we don't interrupt, the parade. But that's been happening for years. And Jonathan, what about your experience in Austin, Texas? Because I'm not originally from here.
I can tell you, born and raised, every year, every year that candy came.
Where did they start from? Did they start?
MOK and Kamal. And
how far is that?
That's about a mile from where we're at right now.
I know that because they showed they look kind of tired, but they be playing like that. Wow.
Oh yeah, they come a long way.
Like we come a long way.
They look a little tired too. Oh, there's Donna HEB. That is Miss HEB. She's always in the community. Very humble, she's always smiling. I mean, whatever you need, you can go ask her and she'll do whatever she can to make sure you get it.
Anything?
So, bring us some water over here.
And I'm gonna tell you, Donna has always been like that. That's Aunt Donna to me, the greatest auntie in the world. Wonderful, always had a great spirit. Here we come,
Jack and the Beanstalk HEB basket.
And it's kind of strange to see them up on the platform getting pulled because every year that engine was running and they had it running.
But they still brought it out. Juneteenth. And a lot of people don't know. Well, I guess this is for the younger generations. The significance of Juneteenth. We actually were emancipated January 1963, but we didn't find out till 2.5 years later.
And that is crazy how we didn't find out for 2.5 years. Texas. I wonder what happened. Why did we not? Why did we not find out for 2.5 years?
Oh, that's Art Arcevedo right there.
Yes, Chief of Police.
About that 2.5 years, I mean, there's been like a lot of rumors. They even had there's one rumor, catch this. Who's that?
KAZI. I can tell you it's one of the longest running radio stations here, I believe, in Austin, Texas. Black radio station. Great. You had Teddy Bear, Dora.
Dora, yes. She's a very nice lady. She goes to my church, actually. We go to Diakonos. Yes. Pastor Q. Shout out to Pastor Q.
Yes.
So about that, it was we were talking about
2.5 years till Texas
years.
Found out. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the rumors was this. The messenger. They said he actually got killed on his way.
Oh wow!
Now I can't believe that. Somebody should have known something in 2.5 years. His relatives or something. He didn't show up. They didn't show up there. Mm-hmm. That communication. I just don't buy that. But 2.5 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, they were still working as slaves, but they were actually free.
Wow.
That's sad.
It almost makes you think of 12 Years a Slave. I mean, that movie right there, powerful enough. Someone actually working as a free man. And then people not even knowing. I mean, that's, two different things, but still.
Wow. Now, I tell you right now, I would have been, they would have to kill me right there. Because if I would have hit one time, that's it.
It's over.
Yeah, they had like a lot of strength, willpower, especially the woman. And what was her name?
Her real name was Lupita, but in the movie, God, that name is not registering right now. Maybe it'll come to me later on. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, she had like a lot of strength, man.
Right.
She was constantly getting whipped and cut and abused. I mean, it took a lot of strength to be able to survive that time.
Yeah. Oh, Paul Cruz just passed by. Oh, and there's Mr. Hicks. It's nice to see some of the big wigs in AISD coming out and supporting, the community, because at times you only see them on like the AISD website or on the, on the network. But to actually see them walking the streets and walking for that mile, that's something. That says something. We're changing things. That's awesome.
And a lot of people, they sacrificed a lot for us to be where we at and, have what we have today.
Yeah, it makes you think if the young people actually know, the history behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, you see them walking, picking up the candy, but do you really know the history of where, what Juneteenth is and what we have to go through, as far as picking cotton and the things and getting beat and getting talked to, like we were nothing, so.
And to see the kids come through, tell us about your children. Grown teens or tweens?
My teens, yes. So my Ladies of Distinction, we're a girls group. I started about 2 years ago, and just trying to teach the young ladies how to be role models and how to live for something and have a purpose in life, because a lot of young people, they don't have that at home. And so if I can do what I can do at school or in the community, then that's going to be a blessing to them, and that'll help change their lives. So.
They got a lot of stamina.
Austin All-Star Band.
Yeah, dancing for a whole mile. They make me tired just thinking about it.
At the end of the stretch, look at it.
Spraying them with water. There you go. Come spray us.
Yeah. Yeah. There ain't no lie. It is.
It really is. I wonder what the temperature is out here.
Somebody
Jeez.
go grab Donovan.
Look at that big drum there.
So, Ladies of Distinction, like what type of things projects do y'all do?
We go to the nursing home. We go into the elementary schools. We read to elementary schools. We actually just started a mentoring program at Garcia Middle School. If you know anything about Garcia, they're one of the worst middle schools in Texas,
yes,
and as far as behavior and academics. And so what they've done now is Garcia is going to be an all-boys school, and Pierce Middle School is going to be an all-girls school. So the divide there, they're trying to really to raise those test scores and get them to be acceptable in Texas. So they're doing a lot of different things. That's why I said it's really good to see Paul Cruz and Mr. Hicks out here, because the community really needs to see that everybody is working together. So those are some things that we do as a part of AISD.
You had mentioned the seniors. Like what type of things y'all do with the seniors?
Oh, the senior citizens. So we go to the nursing home. And speaking of senior, what is this?
Yeah, that's it.
What is WellMed? I've never heard of that, but do y'all know anything about WellMed or heard?
Not really. Okay, WellMed.
Looks like, definitely something to support the seniors. But yeah, we just go to the nursing homes and read to them, paint their nails, just do whatever we can to keep them moving, and keep them living a little more, because at times when you get that age, I don't know, but it just seems like once you get that age, you need a little push, and you need someone just to come talk to you and listen, the things that and they always have good stories. So
yeah, and it's awesome to hear stories from your from your elders, because I remember I was wondering, I go, well, I got family in Chicago, family in Texas, how did we get that way? My mom told me this story to where her and her brother was walking home from school, and they had to cross this field that was owned by a white man. And then one time, they were walking home from school, and the white man accosted my mom, and her brother, who was 13, beat him down with a shovel, and they had to ship him out overnight to Chicago so they wouldn't find him dead somewhere. Yeah.
Speaking of shipping out, now this is a ship and a half.
Metro Rapid. I don't know too much about this, but it seems like a really good, transportation system.
Yes, and when it came about, I talked to somebody. This is not from the big people, but I talked to somebody that was actually saying that pulling this out was a waste of our taxpayers' money and our money, because what it's doing is saying they're not having enough people to get on these buses. Now, the key of it is maybe in the near future as Austin grows, because we have so many people coming, that they'll start filling up.
Nah, you're right on that. Well, Texas is the fastest growing state in the United States. I mean, we have all these startups coming from where? California.
That's
and
right.
then, you know, that's why we see everything's being built out, and you know, East Austin is being like changed
really
right
changed.
before our eyes. I mean, like 5 years ago, I mean, just the, you know, even the demographics through East Austin has changed tremendously.
And John, you had mentioned earlier, you were saying something about, you know, more people are moving back to East Austin.
Yes, and matter of fact, it's harder to move back, and the key is want to move back to East Austin because of the growth and everything that's going on. But I'm telling you, to get a house here on the east side now would cost an arm and a leg. Even an old house would be an arm and a leg. Here we go, R.I.P. Pops.
That's it. I haven't seen a golf cart that size.
That's a limousine golf.
That's
A limousine.
Just joking.
You think Tiger got one of those?
I bet he do. Probably 2 of them. Hey.
Speaking of the houses on the east side, like on 2nd Street, East 2nd Street, a friend of my wife's family, they sold their lot, just a small little regular lot. I don't know the size of lots, but it's like a regular size house. $350,000.
Wow.
That's
just a lot.
That's just a lot. Yeah, because a lot of this, they're not even wanting the houses. They can tear them down. They want the land.
Yeah. And you think because it's so close to downtown and everything? And
Oh,
yes, sir.
definitely.
Oh, yes, sir.
People want to be in this area. I was talking to a girl just the other day, and she was saying someone bought a house with a cracked foundation, which you would think no one will want to buy a house with a cracked foundation, but because of the location, I mean, they could, you know, tear it down, rebuild it, but I just couldn't imagine myself doing that. I mean, I'd rather just live north somewhere and, you know, drive down south or central, so.
Listen to those drums.
So the growth is good, but to me it's also sad because it's driving all of African American people north, and I see Dallas is driving all the African American people south. So I figure eventually we're gonna meet up in Waco.
I don't know if you want to live in Waco. Waco.
Oh, they got ice. Goes good with the water.
Bring us some water, please, please, please.
It's just hot out here. Man. Did I say it was hot?
Right here.
Probably about
This is
to
the
say.
last drink
Look
of
at
the
them.
month.
They feel it too. They're struggling, but they playing. They are dedicated.
Yes.
Dedicated young men.
I could never play the drums.
Nope.
I was in the band, but I was drum major. I played the clarinet.
And
That's
there
about it.
comes in Nook with Jump On It.
And what is Jump On It?
And it's for the teens every Wednesday starting July the 2nd, and it's going to run on Wednesdays. Nook been doing it for years, and they finally got a new place. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be out off of 969. I want to say they call it the Ranch or something. So, yeah.
And what do? They bring in different
Yeah, they bring in
people,
different
or
artists. Yeah.
Different artists. Okay.
Yeah, Trina is coming in. Now, do we know who Trina is?
Oh yeah, we know who Trina is.
You know.
Yeah, I know who Trina is. Yes, Trina. Yeah, she's a hip hop artist.
Okay, yeah,
she's been around for years.
Yeah, they bring artists in like that from for the Jump On the
I've been to a
series.
Trina concert, so I might have to go check her out.
July
July the
2nd.
2nd. Okay.
Here we come.
Ooh, little hot man. Okay, or maybe ice cold. I don't know. Which one?
They got it written on there. Are you hot? Ice cold. Look at it.
Look at him. You see him flexing.
Yeah. Alpha Phi Alpha represent.
And they said there was like the second rumor, which is probably true. Oh, look at those bikes.
Yes. This is my favorite part of the parade. I love
that's right.
motorcycles. Yes. Yes. Oh, there's Lakeisha. She goes to Diakonos too. Shout out again. Yes. I love them.
Here we go.
What type of bike you got?
Oh, I have a Kawasaki Ninja. It's not as powerful as these bikes right here, but I mean, it can still get up and go.
Yeah.
Their bikes get up, yes.
Yeah.
Their bikes can get up to like 100 miles an hour within seconds, you know. Mine might take a little bit longer, but hey, that's enough for me.
I know that's right, but Kerrie be doing it.
They got all these nice cars. I wonder if you had like a car like that, if I could get in. Because I see all of a sudden you get these, here's another one.
AIDS Service of Austin.
Yes,
Kerrie.
please go get tested. AIDS is one of the fastest growing diseases in the African American community. Once you get it, you got it. So you definitely want to make sure you go get tested. You and your partner. If you're in a relationship, both of y'all go get tested, and all it takes is just a swab of the mouth. Send it off, and you're good to go.
So you don't have to go through all that blood testing anymore?
No needles, no nothing. Just swab the mouth, send it off. You get your results quick.
So if you have anybody you're in a relationship with and they crying about needles, swab them.
Swab them.
Do you have to go to the doctor to get this stuff?
No, you can go to the store, any store you want. You can go to Walgreens, CVS, get your HIV test, and go.
So here, there's no reason why. Yeah.
I didn't
We
even
still
know
come
that.
up with
No
it.
excuse.
We still come up
There's
with
no
it.
excuse. Wow. And a person don't have to look like they have AIDS or
Right.
HIV to have it.
And don't ever believe anybody if they say, "Oh, I don't have it. I don't have any diseases." No, get tested. That's the only
Get
way to
tested.
find out for sure.
That's a big little red
All right, we got incoming newbie. Who's been around for a long time. And anybody know about him? His shop is over on 12th and Springdale.
Okay.
Yeah, and this truck used to run. It is awesome. I don't know if it's still running now. They got it pulling, but it's very good. Very nice. Kerrie, he knows
That's one of my students. He wears that afro every single day. Yes. Good kid, though. Good kid.
I remember back in the day they had the afros used to hide loser picking.
Right.
Yeah.
There's kids walking around with picks every day, too. We got to take them up because they use them as weapons now. But
what
things are
color
changing.
is that?
Probably candy red, huh?
That thing is bad.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm going to trick out my car and be in the parade next year.
Nice car.
But the second rumor is probably more true to it, because they said the second rumor is why it took 2.5 years is because the plantation owners, they want to get more work out of the crop, So to keep them, working, picking cotton for that long, because cotton was the big production here in the South.
So you saying they knew and didn't tell?
And didn't tell.
So I could pick cotton.
Yeah, because it's all about that. It was all about that money back then.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Wow, man.
And picking cotton ain't no joke. I'm telling you, it ain't no joke. Cause
I can imagine, man.
I done it.
I'm telling you, to go try to pick some flowers right now. It's so hot. Let alone some cotton.
You know you can cut yourself.
Whoa, slow down.
Ash boy. Whoa.
Oh man.
Careful. It is really hot. Can you hand me one of those napkins?
Napkins. You need a wet towel.
Right. Some ice.
And I dropped my towel back on the other street on the way up here. I didn't want to pick it up because, once you drop it, it's wet. I just suffer. I'm just waiting for some water so I can hold my head. Y'all laughing, but this is for real.
Serious. Nice call.
Is there a Guinness Book of World Records? Yeah, in the sun. I wish I could borrow that umbrella.
Definitely.
That's a nice vehicle right there.
Now, my question is that a Rolls Royce? What is that?
I'm not a car person. If you would ask me about a motorcycle.
Well, what about that? What is that? Nice.
Keep
now
Austin
that's
weird.
There you go. That's what that is.
Some more floats coming
Some
through.
floats is coming. They're looking this way. I wonder if they're going to stop and try to give us a little something.
We see a lot of the young people in this parade, but I wonder how many of them.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, chopper. And they come a long way.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder how many times they had to do this routine over the mountain.
Pressure.
I would have done it about a couple of times and then hopped in the back of the truck. I would have had a fan in the back of the truck too. Spectrum Theater. Yeah, they were in like that musical that was Gospel of Columbus. Yeah, a lot of members from the Spectrum Theater made up the cast. Yes.
That's representing now.
Yeah.
That's representing Lola, she has the restaurant. That was her fancy looking car up front, and of course she's representing Jesus. And of course this is her bus. Church right here.
So that's really good. I mean, we got like everybody, all the communities out at this parade. You know, even braving the hot weather. Even they got some people in the suit, man. I know they're hot, but representing the communities, the organizations, the different companies, and you know, it's always great to see Jesus in the mix.
That's right.
Always great. You have young people carrying the cross, which we know. Before we found out that we were free, we were carrying our own burdens. You know, that's how moaning started in the fields. They did that. You know, in the church. If you go to an older black church, they do the bread of heaven. You don't know what they're talking about,
right,
really.
Right. That's where it started.
Yeah, they actually, it's like a soothing thing when they moan. I don't want to sing because I can't sing, but you know what? Bread of heaven.
This is a nice little step that these young
guys,
men are doing.
Nation of Islam. These guys are something else. Now, to walk almost that mile and then to stop, I know several times to do this.
They look like a distinguished young men. They're all in unison too. And they have a lot of concentration. A lot of willpower. And they catch them while they're young too.
Yeah.
And that's what we all must do with our youth. We need to catch our youth while young, and to teach them our history, where we came from, where we're going.
Because eventually they're going to be, our future, and they're going to have to tell their kids our stories. So that's why it's good to have, our older generation, come back and tell those stories, like the stories that your grandparents were telling you.
Now, who is this? This is Dora Explorer.
Look like Dora.
Yeah, it does look like Dora.
Access.
Access
Dental.
Access Dental.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's a part of our community that I don't think we really, talk about. As far as me being, a part of the health industry at Diakonos, we focus on a lot of different areas, within the health field.
So, away water, please.
Yeah. Go get your shot. Come back.
Y'all I'm gonna have to like break away in a minute. Man, I bet some ice and nose. He had a trunk. I'm gonna be at home dreaming of water. Big water fountain chasing. I get those dreams sometimes. One time I was trying to lose weight and I didn't eat bread. I cut out all bread for like 30 days. Like on the 29th day, I had a dream that a big round pancake was chasing me.
What?
Up the street. Yeah.
That is serious.
And I assume this car right here, I was wondering why they're pulling that car, Listen, that car is so powerful that they can't just drive it. So they've got to revving up the engine, but because if you was to just drive it, it'll take off. It's so fast. It's so fast.
You just can't press the gas.
Yeah, it's only for racing car. It's a racing car. Because I was wondering why they were pulling.
I am telling you, my car is going to be in next year's parade. If they can do it, I can do it too.
I know that's right.
Some more candy, yes. Gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, I know that. He getting rid of it.
Yeah.
That's all he had.
I would have had something earlier, but candy and hot, it don't match. I mean, you remember back in the day when you used to get those pickles and put the peppermint in the pickle? Y'all remember that?
No.
Man.
Oh God.
That was a good
Company
time.
A9 Cavalry? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they waving for what?
Here come the horse.
Yeah.
Usually this is the end of the parade when they bring the horses around. Or at least where I'm from. Every time we see the horses, we know it's the end of the parade.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you know why? Because horses, when they go, you don't want to step in all that.
Oh.
Yeah, because horses,
Very
they can
small,
ride,
see?
and they can still,
That makes sense.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's usually then, but I mean, this is Austin. I'm not too familiar with parades in Austin, but...
I I live in Pflugerville. You can ride down the street in Pflugerville and see somebody riding a horse. You know, in the middle of the street where the grassy part median is, right? That's just cool.
That's how it is where I'm from. Yes.
Saddles and lace. Wow. So this must be a woman's horse riding crew, I guess.
I only rode a horse. Like at one summer camp, I rode a horse called Panchita. Panchita took me through the woods. That was the last time I rode a horse. I came out with all these scratches and everything.
Look at this horse here. Watch him dance.
I love horses. First horse I ever rode was, her name was Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Strawberry, yes. Yes. Strawberry.
Greater Houston All-Star Band.
Talk about energy. Energy.
Houston, Texas.
So this parade must be known like y'all know how long the parade's been going? The Juneteenth in Austin? I know somebody was saying, somebody saying it was like over 30 years.
It has to be.
Yeah.
That looks like this is going to be the end.
Yeah.
That is it.
Y'all know where I'm going. Everybody, y'all going to be seeing this as a recording, but we're actually live out here. And we want to, thank you if you're able to stick with us throughout the whole parade. But this happens every single year. We want everybody to come out next year. This is Prince Camp with Multimedia Maze.
And this is Kerrie Carter, and y'all have a wonderful day.